What's up, guys? It's Omega. Welcome back to Metroid Prime. The last episode we went through the Space Pirate's base, and now we're back to that door. I entered this room a minute ago, but we're now waiting outside. Everything's been reset because I went out of the room, so we're gonna kill this guy real fast. It's been a while. Mostly, like I said, I got a job. My schedule has kind of been ruined because of it. But now I think my schedule is going to be a little bit more normal. So things should be getting a legitimate, well, not a recording schedule, but I'm not going to be recording an episode every 2 weeks. So we'll be back to business as not so usual. In the last episode, we found out the Space Pirates are somehow cloning Metroids, or doing something with Metroids. They're getting them, we don't know. In this room, you just gotta scan a bunch of things that'll turn off this three-way force field, which, by the way, even though it looks like that's open, it's not. Gotta take out these turrets. Yes, I know you're here. You're not a secret. So, two things I want to talk about in this episode. First off, I gotta get this new power. It's really obviously a new power. Gee, I wonder what it could be. It certainly doesn't look like something to put over the face. So with that, we've gotten the thermovisor, and this pretty much, I can't really say what it does, because what it does on a case-by-case basis, the basics is we have heat vision. Well, no, not that heat vision, but we can see heat signatures. We can't melt things with our eyes. Also, the power basically goes out for some reason. So we now need to use this visor to see. At least pretty much for the rest of the base. There's two things I want to talk about. One is a weird little thing I noticed, and the other one is more of an opinion. First we'll talk about the weird thing I noticed. So, the other night I was sitting in my room and I had the Metroid Prime box in my room because I lent it to a friend and I haven't had the time to give it back. And this is the Wii version. But that was a GameCube version with the original manual and everything. So the original Metroid, oh, by the way, the power knocks out the force fields, I guess. These guys can get out, just shoot them. If they if they grab on you, morph ball bomb like we did earlier. Nothing special. Oh, wow, we can make that jump. Actually, hold on. Gotta hold off. No, I'm not even gonna bother with you. So, we can't see any of this, but when with thermovisor, we can see certain special switches like this one, which we can. I knew that would happen. We can use with our wave beam, and we can get through. Just need to thermovisor. You can't go through the doors because these invisible guys are blocking the doorway. They'll turn off the ability to turn off doors. That's kind of these things' gimmick. They will force you to fight. They're moderately powerful if you don't use the wave beam. Yeah, doors have been on. Anyway, so I was reading the thing, and I realized it said something that completely contradicted what the manga was. And I realized that I'm pretty sure the manga is actually wrong. Well, not wrong, it's just that it doesn't give a shit. And one of them is wrong. I'm thinking the Prime one is right because it's straight up an official. Well, they're both, I think, official sources, which is the weird part. I mean, the Sakamoto retconned everything, or the Prime guys just didn't know what they were saying. I don't know. I think, from my knowledge of Metroid, as limited as it may be, is the right one. But it's actually going to be brass tack. What if I know what that means? I have no idea what that saying means. I really hope that. Okay, no, sorry about that. Thought something was about to happen and wind up not happening, so we're good. Hey, we can see for once. Okay, that just hit me. So according to the manual, what I think is right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say what each of them are and not say which one I think is right, even though I've just said it, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure if that's right. Metroid 2 is ruining everything for me. So what the manual claims is that, also you can almost kind of see in this room without the thermovisor, so you don't really need it. Oh, I'm going in the wrong door. It claims that the Metroid were found by the Galactic Federation, and that that's not the important part. The important part is that they found the Metroids on SR-388. They were not found on Zebes. Which I was this door? Okay. I already hit the door, I guess. More sentry things. It claims that they were found there, and that basically how they got there and used Zebes as a base to experiment and such. Now, in the manga, it claims that the space pirates got the Metroids straight out of Zebes, which were intended to be used on SR-388. And I believe weren't actually in the manga, which is why I'm pretty sure it's wrong, because they would have been had to send out to the planet in the first place to get the X-Parasite. By the way, these guys are invisible now, so spooky. Why you need a thermal visor. So it doesn't really matter why they're hiding, because they're invisible. Well, whatever. Alright, so it kind of doesn't make sense that they can't be sent to SR-388 because they would have been all taken by the space pirates on Zebes, according to the manga. Also, according to the manga, is that the Metroids were on Zebes in the first place in SR-388 in their homeworld, which kind of makes Metroid 2 kind of weird, but then it's just weird because either one of them has to be wrong. The manga, I'm pretty sure, comes from Sakamoto, which is basically the current head guy for Metroid, and all of its story. But even if he didn't take it in the right direction, I'm sorry, what? But I don't know. It's weird that they would just, because apparently the manga's canon according to Zero Mission, which it's weird, but I'm going to do more research on that because I actually kind of realized my incorrectness during a pre-recording, and that recording kind of lost its audio. So I'm kind of flabbergasted because that's what I wanted to talk about in this episode. But anyway, so this thing here, we could have scanned it earlier. There's a power conduit behind it. We can't break it. There's nothing we can do to get behind this. But if we use the super missiles we got earlier and use our thermal visor, we can see that there's clearly something there. Another switch we can use our wave beam on, and we can activate this door. And I don't know why I did that. Oh, doesn't matter. Yes. Spooky ghost thing. Ow. By the way, these enemies will no longer be here once I go. Oh, wait, no. That's not true. It's the next door. Yeah. Alright, sorry, just. I want to talk about the second thing during this room. As you can see, there's a bunch of rocks. Oh no. You know, I just realized in that failed recording, I had a really good reaction to something, and I kind of lost that recording. It's actually kind of sad. So, now we have a little cutscene. We're about to meet something kind of, sort of ridiculous. First off, there's no way to get back. Wait a minute, no. No, there's no way. I don't think I'll be able to remember what that rock looked like for long enough, but oh well. So, this is one of the more ridiculous enemies in all of Metroid. Just saying something because of how ridiculous some of these enemies are. Now, how are you roaring? How is it possible? You don't have a mouth, let alone vocal cords. This is Thardus. A long time this game. Get my throat ready, but I know it's dry. Alright. Morphology. Thardus. An animated sentient creature of stone charged with phazon radiation. The phazon radiation given off by Thardus negates auto-targeting systems, preventing lock-on. This is ridiculous, because it doesn't make any sense, and we can still lock onto it. We're locked onto it right now, and half of this fight is that you can lock onto this thing. It's kind of the point of this fight, is that you can lock onto it. So this entire line makes no sense. It may be possible to acquire alternate targets with a different visor, as I just said. The whole point is you can lock on. The chaotic nature of phazon irradiation leads to instability in its structural integrity. Thardus can encase targets in ice, and its colossal size and strength make it a formidable opponent. So, if you just try shoot... Wow, okay, I thought that was supposed to be from phase 2, but I guess you can do that at any phase. So if we just kind of shoot at it, we're probably not going to get anything done. I mean, I'm accidentally getting things done because I know what's supposed to be there. But if we go ahead and just kind of shoot the thermal visor, we can see where we're supposed to hit. But once it does that, we can't see anymore. So basically, you're just going to want to do charge beams and fire on it. The wave beam is the most efficient way, I guess, of taking it, because it locks on, and this guy's got some weird kind of body structure that'll kind of block most of your shots. And I forgot he does it. Yeah, you're supposed to morph ball boost away, but kind of forgot about it. You can hit him while he's doing spin, but your best bet is to actually just try dodging. And he throws, get jump. You can also do this. Come on. Oh, screwed up. Come on, I just want to shoot a super missile at you. Yeah, okay, there we go. So your best bet is to use super missiles because it does the most damage. But you pretty much just need one to knock off the particular part, but I don't have enough missiles to do a bunch of shots. So that's not really an option for me. You're gonna stop, right? Back in my recording, I immediately ran out of missiles and using them to fight. And the awkward thing about this fight, you really can't see the ice when he does that, and that animation is so awkward that you can almost not see him do it. So I kind of get hit a lot in this fight, but have way more energy tanks than you really need at this point. I don't have a problem. Go ahead and break. Thank you. Also, it makes no sense whatsoever. Why can't I lock on? Why, that gets locked off. And now, okay, the thing I'd like to point out is that it says you cannot lock onto him because of phase on. Oh, also we're in phase 2 of this fight. You will now basically summon a snowstorm, which will make it nearly impossible to see while you're not in thermal visor. Thermal visor not really effective at all. As I was saying, it's supposed to be impossible to lock on to the phase-on radiation. In of itself, it's kind of silly. But the only time you can lock onto him naturally is when it's exposed. But you'd think with no rock in the way, there'd be more radiation because there's nothing to block said radiation. So this fight's kind of ridiculous. The fact that you can't really lock onto him, I don't know, it's kind of silly reasoning that I can't really believe in. Deus Ex Rocket. I went there. I just went there. I should hand in my punch. That was absurd. So, for some... Also, it doesn't make any sense why certain parts are only damaged once you take off another part. Because, like, none of them are blocking other parts of damage. It doesn't make any sense why any of this works this way. It's kind of absurd, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah, just keep wave beam, charge beaming. Nothing special. Like, seriously, look at all that radiation. You'd think I couldn't lock on. This is the only time I can lock on. It's absurd. Head. He just roars his entire fight, but he doesn't have vocal cords or a mouth. How are you roaring? I don't get it. Also, you're kind of breaking the rules. Have you not watched Avatar? Earth and snow don't really mix. If you're made of water, or you were like throwing rocks at me, that's fine. You do throw rocks at me. Like, wow, on cue. But you're not the Avatar. You clearly don't have a good grasp of like air or fire. Well, I guess you can summon it to wind just to get it here, but you clearly have nothing on fire. You're not the Avatar. Stop using 2 elements at once. So, for some reason, I guess it's phase 3. I don't think this actually makes it any harder to see. It pretends like it is. A whole lot of shit. Wait, is phase 3 the easiest phase to get rid of the snowstorm? And he just went through a wall. Okay then. I'm also pretty sure they redid this rolling thing for the enemy, the Prime Hunters. The boss. Whatever. We're coming to the end of this fight. The last target's the one on his stomach, I guess torso, or it's a rock mine. It doesn't really follow the rules of anatomy. Does it? Does it? Nobody knows. And I thought that did. And again, can't see. Come on! And it's like, look, you can see the radiation. It's clearly much stronger. So why can we lock onto it now? It doesn't make any sense. And I managed to hit that through multiple rocks. This fight, man, I'm just constantly... I just realized I've been watching CinemaSins for the past week. That's probably why. I've just been watching CinemaSins. I never talked about the thing I wanted to talk about because I've been too busy yelling at how silly this boss fight is. And we run away like it's a explosion. It's still funny the second time. She gets hit in the back of the head with a rock. You have no idea how funny that is to me. So pick up our missiles, and now we get a new power. I'm really mad. Wow, okay, they did not animate that properly. She was very clearly coming outside of this new spider ball. You could see her kind of spinning outside of it. They just kind of reused the animation. Ugh. So, thermal visor, not much to talk about. This one, however, there's a little bit to talk about, and I can actually show what it does. We can now ride up rails, which is actually really cool. We cannot morph ball boost while on a rail, though. We can, however, drop off and do it again. We can also morph ball bomb while on this. Now, I don't think I can actually do this. Okay, I'm wrong. But for the most part, it's gonna let us get to a lot of new places. For instance, also you can do that. You can also do it right after a jump. So, the way you would continue on through the level is you would go up through there and drop off there. You could also, if you're not very good at the morph ball jumping, go up that and go all the way around. But it's much easier just hold down the button, put a bomb, and then jump up to there. Then you'd go that way, but for now we're gonna go back toward the save point because after fighting that boss, the area gets a little changed. And I'd like to show that off real fast. This area does not change. Roll on through. Nothing changed there. But here we now have those androids again. Or not androids. These sentry bots. Don't know what they're called. They again block off the doors every time you go through here. They're still really weak to the wave beam. And then in here we now have flying space troopers. I don't know why killing a giant rock monster that had nothing to do with these guys caused these guys to show up, but whatever. But for now, that's about it. We just got 2 new powers, fought the boss of the area. I'd say it's about time I head off. My schedule is... Oh, actually, one last thing. We can now go up this thing here, so we no longer have to do the weird thing with the puzzle, raising the water levels. We can just jump up to there, to there, to there, to get here. We no longer have a problem with that. So, I have a good schedule for my work for quite a while, so I should be able to upload normally. I hope. Honestly, I kind of want to, go on a recording spree and get the game done, but no, that's not going to happen. So I'll see you guys soon. In this episode... I already did my, roll call. I'm Omega. This has been Metroid Prime. Have a very good day, everyone.